Micha Frazer-Carroll's book, Mad World, The Politics of Mental Health, looks at how mental health, or madness, is framed from the perspective that once society moved towards industrialisation, communities could no longer support those suffering with mental illness.
So basically, kind of before the Industrial Revolution and the dawn of capitalism, a lot of people who experienced what was then called madness were people who were integrated in the local community. They were often cared for by their families or other community members, and they were often given kind of money to also, for their families to look after them in the home. But then when you see capitalism emerging, you get lots of people obviously being pushed into factories and factory work. In England, we had the introduction of something called the Poor Laws, which took away that money that allowed for people to be cared for in the community. And you also got people who were unemployed pushed into like workhouses and institutions like this.
Micha looks at how asylums were built to house those who were unable to function as a worker within the growing capitalist structure. Ultimately, some of the questions that arise are about who sets the conditions for measuring mental health, are there better approaches to dealing with mental illness, and is the current neoliberal climate fueling a mental health crisis? This book is a great addition to the growing stable of thought that the society we live in is actually the worst environment to cultivate good mental health. Click here for another Friday review.